Hi guys. We'll give this 1 second. It always takes a second. I always say 10 o'clock, but maybe I should start saying like a little after because I keep coming on like a little after 10, which is so funny. So how's everybody doing? Say hello if you're on. I think it's all coming on. Okay. Everybody doing good? Okay, so Friday is pizza night, like we have already talked about many different times. We have theme nights, and Friday, I love pizza night. I've been showing this a lot, but every Friday, it's either going to be pizza or bread, just because we want everybody learning how to make homemade pizza and bread, okay? But I thought what would be really fun today is to show you our breadsticks that I've already made over here. These are really fun and easy, and the kids just love it. Like, my kids love to come in and do this. And there's not an easier breadstick, and they're just super good. Like, I've already been eating 2 of them this morning. They're easy and yummy. I love how there's a garlic butter mixture that you brush over the top of them, and I'm gonna talk to you about it. So what I was making today, I love our whole, has anybody, is your cookbook available on Amazon? You can buy the first cookbook on Amazon, but if you want to get both of them for the better deal, it's still on our website at thefoodnanny.com. You get both of them for $39. They're normally $24.95 each. Like, on each book, it's $24.95, but we have them on a better deal that you can get both of them for a screaming deal. And you want both of these. They are like salt and pepper. You have to have both. You know what I mean? Like, I love both of them, but you can get the first one on Amazon, but it's the same price. So we have a couple of pizza doughs that I've already talked about. I'm gonna just talk and show the basic pizza crust, because from start to finish, it's 5 minutes, literally, if you wanna make this dough. And this dough can rise. I wanted to answer that because some people have asked me, can your dough rise? Of course it can. But the beauty of this is that it doesn't have to. It literally can be done in 5 minutes. So that's really great. So it's not really, the basic is not a rising dough, but it can, like I said, if you want it to, okay? So to do the breadsticks, I wanted to give a couple of my tips that I have figured out on how to get a thick, yummy breadstick with our dough. And I want to tell you my 2 tricks, okay? My first tip is I'm loving this scale. This is just an OXO brand. I love this brand. I love weighing it because I think that they then look even, and then you really know how big they are because it can be deceiving sometimes. So I love that you can weigh your dough. I think it makes it the best. And my mom's not gonna like me saying this, but she tells you on her dough recipe, and she has a couple of breadsticks, but this one I'm doing in the first book because this is just the one that we've been doing forever and it's super easy. There's one in the second book that I really love too, but this one is under bread. So you do the dough, under pizza night, but then you do the breadsticks under the bread, okay? And it tells you that you can do 12 large or 24 small. If you want them a little thicker, I think you have to not do as many. That's the trick that I have figured out. So she's probably not gonna like that. And these are maybe a little big, but they're thick and they're yummy and they're not gooey in the middle. And I made how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we were close to 12, I guess. So it's roughly around 12. But I just think they turned out really good. Like, I can't stop eating them, like I said. So maybe they made 11 because I've been eating one. Okay, so you can ask any questions. How many ounces is each breadstick when you weigh it. Okay, so what I did today, mine was 2. It was 2 ounces, and I felt like they fluffed up beautifully. And I've had some of our followers ask, mine are just not getting thick enough. I think you need to give it enough time to rise, number 1. And number 2, I just think they need to be bigger. I wouldn't be trying to do the small. They're just not gonna get as thick and as fluffy. And so those are my tricks on that. And I'll show you the dough, but what do you really wanna see? So I'll show you how to do the breadsticks, but then we made our homemade Alfredo. Best Alfredo in this world, better than Olive Garden. If you ever loved Olive Garden, it dogs it. It is unbelievable. So I either love on pizza night, if you're sick for some reason of making the pizza, then do the breadsticks and have a bunch of dipping sauces and serve it with a salad if you're just sick of pizza. The kids love this. And the Alfredo, you can do marinara and Alfredo sauce. It's nothing better. If you've never tried it, there's nothing better. I can tell you that. Okay, so I have my dough like this. So let me back it up and I'll just show you what you do to do the breadsticks super quick. This is so fast and easy, you won't believe it. Get a cookie sheet, spray it with Pam, and then you're just gonna take your breadsticks and then I'm gonna turn on my weigher. And I like them at about 2 ounces each. That's what I have found today that I like. So you're just gonna pinch off a ball and then we're gonna put it on our scale. Okay, so almost 2. And it doesn't, okay, perfect, it's 2. So now what you're gonna do is you're just going to roll them in between your hands. It's as simple as this. You can do fancier ways and the whole thing, but this is, so literally, did you see what I just did? You're just rolling them in between your hands and it looks like this. Okay, can you wait 1 second? Hold on, hold on. Sorry, we have spring break. I had to check on my children, sorry. Okay, I'm like, you guys are being crazy. So you just go again, pinch off a ball. We're gonna measure it at 2 ounces. That's a little too big again. So I think you get the point. If you think that yours are too big, just play around with it. Do a couple of different batches to get which size that you like. But I really like mine at 2 ounces. I think it's perfect. So then you roll it in a ball. I don't think I missed a question. And then you're just gonna shape it in between your hands like this. So like I said, it's really easy. Oh, I think it's best to lay them long ways on your cookie sheet instead of the normal way, how you normally do your cookies. I think it's easier to do it this way. So once you have the breadsticks on like this, you have some butter and it's just garlic, salt or garlic powder. I love garlic salt more. And you are gonna save your mixture because you're gonna brush them a couple of times. You're gonna brush them first like this, okay? Then you're gonna let them rise for 20 minutes until they double in size. And same rules like I said yesterday, get your kitchen warm, get your oven on, get your kitchen at least 72 degrees. And so once these get double in size, you're gonna bake them for only 10 minutes. They go super quick. But halfway in between the process, you wanna brush them again with this butter and garlic mixture. And then when they come out, you're gonna brush them again. So that's 3 times that you actually brush them, okay? If that makes sense. But did you see how simple that is? So it's the fastest thing. If you've got dough that takes 5 minutes to make, and this only rises for 20 and bakes 10, it's just a fast other great alternative for pizza night, okay? So all we do on this one, like I said, it's just so easy. Your kids, my kids love dough. Every time I make homemade pizza, they love to get in, they love the dough. So you're just rolling it between your fingers. It's as simple as that. So I think we missed a couple of questions. Are you gonna post the recipe? I just joined late, so I didn't see how you do it. Yes, I will post it. All of this is it's just the basic pizza dough recipe. and this is how you make the breadstick. There's a new breadstick in the second book that is really good, and it's totally different. It's under breads again. I wanted to see if I could show you the picture, but it's under breads. So there's two different ones. Okay, not a cooking question, but where is your shirt from? It's so cute. Oh gosh. Okay, you guys, I'm obsessed with Madewell. I've already said that. I've got a serious problem. I just love that store. So it's from there. Thank you. That's so nice. Okay, brush before it rises. Brush halfway through the baking, and then again after they are done. Yes, yes. And it tells you that in the recipe. So it says brush on a breadsticks, and then let them double, and then brush. It tells you that exact thing in the recipe, but you're brushing 3 times. Yes. So you will be using it. Do your kids ever help you make the dough? Sure they do. I've got 1 daughter, and then I've got 3 little boys, and the baby's only 9 months. But my daughter's really into cooking, and I almost think she can make cookies better than me. So she definitely likes to get in with the dough. They mostly like to just play with the dough, you know? I don't know, they like to make their own. So, okay, so I think you get the gist of that. So do you want me to show you how I roll out my pizza? And then tonight I was gonna be making a sausage and Alfredo pizza. It's so good. So I don't know if you want me to show you that, or if you just, oh no, I forgot to get out the mozzarella. I'd have to go get that. Okay, are you gonna post the recipe? Yes, I will. I will post every recipe, and you can always DM me with any recipes that you're ever wanting. We're happy to share so that you try. How do you keep your cookie sheets looking so new? Okay, that is a funny question. These are newer, but I've had them for 6 months, and most of the time I put parchment paper. We always use parchment paper for our cookies and different things like that. And so I can't say these have been like years old. These are only 6 months old, but they're holding up super great. And if you live in the state of Utah, I even think though that Orsingigi has a website. I think you can even buy it online. They're the best cookie sheets, and I wish one day we could sell something like it, but they're just the best. But parchment paper I think really helps them too. And then just making sure you scrub them really good. Have you heard of Barkeeper's Friend? I'm now obsessed with that. I actually have this out. I don't know how we haven't known about this forever, but it is keeping all my pots and pans looking brand new. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm never sponsored on anything. Not yet, just kidding. But no, really, I'm never sponsored on anything we talk about. We just are literally, genuinely telling you things that we love, and this stuff is unbelievable. You won't believe it. And some of you know about it, but if you don't, it's amazing. All right, oh my goodness, we've got so many questions. Yes, roll out the pizza. Okay, yes, yes. Yes, show it. I'm making that pizza tonight too. Oh, you're gonna love it. Is it better parchment paper or straight on the cookie sheet? For the breadsticks? For the breadsticks, I wouldn't put the parchment paper. I don't think so. I didn't do that. But for cookies, always better on parchment paper. Always, when you're doing cookies, the parchment paper is better. I'm so excited for pizza. My 8-year-old son loves making pizza with me. I love that. I love that. I bake cookies and lots of things on my stone. That's great too. I've actually done that. Hand wash the cookie sheets. Yes, I'm so glad you said that. That is, I was not even thinking. I never put my cookie sheets in the dishwasher. She's right. I forgot about that. Thank you. There's so much to talk about that you guys help remind me. I know you use honey in your basic dough, but is there a regular sugar substitute? I would like to make my breadsticks for my baby who can't have honey yet. Mom, what other can she use? I guess you could just use sugar, right? Is the food nanny watching? How old is your baby? Because maybe, is that the only thing that they can't have honey for a while? You're right. They can't have honey till a year, but everything else. But I would probably just use sugar. That's what I would probably use. What is the best way to maintain my pizza stone? There really isn't anything special. I've had mine for 10 years. There's nothing fancy to it. The key that there was a girl last week that said that her pizza stone is breaking while it's cooking, and we actually looked it up and a girl showed me, and it talks about the same rule. Your pizza stone has to be getting hot with the oven, because if it doesn't, then that's what can actually break it. So that was super interesting. That's what we've been telling you, that we put the stone in the oven when the oven is cold, and then it preheats with the oven, and we give it at least 30 minutes before we bake it. Then naturally, we let the stone cool in the oven. So those are two important things. And then washing it, you just put it under warm water and soap. There's nothing fancy to keeping it good. But the key is that you do want it to warm with your oven, and you do want it to cool with your oven, because you could break it. Okay? Have you ever seen a seasoned pan before? I wonder if Barkeeper's Friend would keep it damaged. Have you ever had to season a pan before? Season a pan. A cookie sheet? Season a cookie sheet? I think I know what you're talking about, Mom. What is she talking about? Would it be the same amount? I guess that's what I'm asking. Yes, it would be the same amount. It would be the same amount. Sugar's gonna be the best. Okay, I think some people are talking about honey. Do you store your stone in the oven? No, you do not. You do not store it in the oven. I do leave it in there sometimes, but no, I just put it up and I put it up in my cupboard. That's how I store it. Okay, 30 minutes from when it is preheated, or 30 minutes total from warming the stone. I give it, that's a really good question. I think I let it probably go 30 minutes while it's hot. I don't think it's exact, like I'm not timing it exactly. I definitely start preparing my dough and I turn on my oven, and then it probably sits and gets hot for about 30 minutes. You're probably right. You're probably right. Okay, okay, it has been totally dry because water left in the stone expands when heating, and it shatters the pizza stone. Yes, that is true. That is true too. Okay, so let me pull out my mozzarella cheese. I don't know if I'm getting to all your questions. Okay, you guys are so great. You guys are so great. Okay, so the Alfredo pizza, I don't even know if this one, do we have this one as a recipe in our books? Or is it just one we've created? I don't even know. Mom, is the Alfredo one even in the cookbooks? Is the Alfredo one even in the books? I don't think it is. I think we created this, and there's some that didn't make it into the books, but I want to say that it didn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll out this dough. Now we like thin crust, so three of these balls would be 3 pizzas for me. That's the way that I like it, okay? So we've already made a couple of breadsticks and you get it. Oh, cover these, but look how they're already rising. They're good, man. And I wanna show you, I'm gonna break in the middle. Look how good. And I made these with kamut. That's why they have a little bit of a yellow tint to them. So they're so yummy. Okay, let me get my pizza peel. So keys to making homemade pizza is you need to have your pizza peel and a pizza stone if you want to have thin crust like us, the way that we like it, all right? But, okay, so I'm gonna maybe get rid of a little bit of this because I didn't use that much. Sorry, what are we saying? Food Nanny, we need more cookbooks. Yeah, tell her. She does not. She says that I have to do it, but maybe she will. That would be fun. You know what's gonna be fun is we're always gonna throw out new recipes, you guys. It's not, there's over 400 recipes in these 2 cookbooks and tons of variations. So honestly, you're getting so much, but we throw out new different ones, and we're gonna be doing that all the time because she has fabulous ones that didn't make the book, but doesn't mean they're not as good. All right, so I'm just gonna roll out my pizza thin. I know I've already said this, but I love this French rolling pin. If you need to invest in a rolling pin, there's so many places. I've now seen it at Sur La Table, Oris and Gigi, the kitchen outlet stores. I'm finding them everywhere. Everybody just has different prices, but they're the best. I've never loved a rolling pin more. I'm not kidding. I have 4. I have 4 of these because I love them. I love that there's no spiral thing. They're easy to roll out. I love the shape of it. I love everything about it. Okay, okay, what are we saying? Is Mom responding to some of them? Okay, so these are the fresh mozzarella. This is the best brand you will ever buy for your fresh mozzarella for your pizza. I say everything wrong, and I kind of messed it up. Oh no, what's the name again? I think it's Bisco mozzarella. I've messed up the name, but you guys, this is the best. Buy it at Costco. You're gonna get more for your buck. And I love it because it used to just come in a massive log, but now they come sliced. But it's too thick still. So we like to just cut them into little slices. So I'm just gonna show you how I do that. We're just gonna cut them into little tiny slices. It's easier to melt on your pizza instead of just putting the thick mozzarella on it. Okay, so now, what is funny? I hate when people start making the laughing faces. I hate it. I don't like it because I'm like, what is so funny? I know, I'm like a nut show. That's okay, right? Okay, so you're gonna dust a little bit of flour on your pizza peel, and then we're gonna put our pizza dough on, and you just wanna work fast, you guys, like I've already said, because your dough is gonna continue to rise, and it's gonna stick to your peel. So you just want this to constantly go like this. And my oven's been on, but I'm actually gonna turn it up to 500. I have my pizza stone in there, but I've had my stone on for the Bosch store has cookie sheets, rolling pins, and the pizza stone and more. Oh, great. The Bosch store in Utah, she says, is having all of that. That's amazing. Okay, so like I said, this is not a red sauce. This is the Alfredo. Oh man. You don't even know. You don't even know. If you have not made this Alfredo, you don't even get it. You don't even get it. You'll never find better. We have this for lots of different recipes, our pasta, but on pizza and dip in your breadsticks. I'm an accidental emoji clicker. You're fine. I'm just messing with you. I just think it's funny when there's laughing faces. Okay. I'm like, oh no, they're laughing at me, but that's okay. I still love you. Okay, so now it's super simple. You put your Alfredo, and now I'm just gonna use my hands. This is just mild Italian sausage. And this is it. And then I'm just gonna put some mozzarella cheese. Not a lot. The key is, I probably even put too much sometimes, but the real Italian way, you guys, is you don't put a lot of toppings on your pizza. That's how they do it. Like us in America, and some people like it, and sometimes I do love having a bunch of, toppings, but it's not the true way. The Italians don't do it that way. And if you're ever having a problem with your pizza, just getting doughy in the middle and things like that, then you've got way too much toppings on it. Okay, so this is done. So we'll take you over. It's so fun. You love the laughing faces, Mom? That's funny. The Bosch store, they're having a conference sale this weekend. Oh, wow. Run to that. Okay, I never took this out yet, so whatever. So you're just gonna take your peel and you're just gonna start sliding. You start from the back and just slide it off like that. So we're done. So these pizzas, now this is probably gonna take me a little longer because I didn't have it up to 550 all the way. But when you have your pizza, your oven is high and as hot as it will go, your pizzas are gonna cook in about 6 to 8 minutes tops. That's how fast your pizzas are going to cook. Unless you have a real brick oven in your home, that's what makes it the best. Okay, are there any other questions? I don't even really know if you want me to show the dough. I feel like I've showed it 1,000 times. But if somebody really wants to see it again, but what I really wanted to show you was the fun breadsticks. So this is then what you would do, okay? So let me just move this over. So for dipping, we love these little ceramic things to put like dipping sauces in. I've gotten these everywhere. One is from Pier 1, one is from World Market, and one is from Sur La Table. That wiped off, but that was Sur La Table. So I've gotten them from different places. So what you would do is you would just give each individual person their own dipping sauce, especially the kids. Mine like lick it and then they put it back in. No. So you're just gonna do this and then you would serve it with these insane, yummy breadsticks and then you dip them. You guys, I'm not kidding. It's so good. It is so good. So that's really fun. That is really fun. Okay. So what other questions do we really have? Your dough is too thick. Is your heat up high enough? What, Mom? No, it's not. I made mine bigger and it's not too thick and they taste amazing. They're not. Is that what she's saying? It's very delicious. Okay. So the pizza's coming. Okay, what should we do? I'll get it for you, okay? Okay, so this is done. Oh, I thought you were saying that to me. I was like, what are you talking about, Mom? Okay, sorry. I'm losing comments. I was answering a comment. Oh, okay. If you don't have a pizza stone yet, would you still do the oven as high as you can with a regular pizza pan? No. If you have a pizza pan, I thought Mom was talking to me. I'm like, food nanny, you want to get in an argument? I'm just kidding. Love you, Mom. Okay, where is the pizza? No, you do not put it as high as it can. I believe it's at 425 degrees, 425 degrees. If you're baking on 450. If you're using a cooking pan, put it on 450. Okay. What were you saying? Off topic, you look gorgeous. Oh gosh, you're so nice. You guys are so nice. I think kneading the dough is the hardest part. You really do? It's really not. It's really not. Okay, so how long have I been going? Am I really going to show the dough really fast? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was talking to me. I think that's funny. Okay, that's funny. Your breadsticks are perfect. That is so funny. Okay, that is so funny. You can actually freeze our Alfredo too if you don't use all the Alfredo. You guys, I feel so alone sometimes when it's just me and I'm like, this is funny. I think it could last 4 days, 5 days in the fridge. How long, Mom? 4 or 5 days in the fridge. Yes, please, if you have time. Am I really going to? Oh my. Okay, fine. We're going to do it super fast. Oh no. I don't know how long I've been going. Okay, we're going to do this super fast. Let me get a cup of water. Okay, so you get a cup of water at the perfect temperature. Make sure to test it on your wrist. Then you're gonna add 1 tablespoon of yeast. And then you're just gonna kind of give it a fold, a mix. You can okay, what? I missed it. You can rewatch, yeah, you can rewatch for 24 hours. You could start a new live if the time runs out for this one. I don't think it's running out. I don't want to waste everybody's time. I know everybody's time is so precious. Yay, I'm so glad your yeast came. Let me check this pizza. Okay, our pizza's not done yet. Okay, so let me move this aside. All right, I'm gonna show you. Somebody could put a timer. We're gonna literally show you the dough in 5 minutes, okay? So time me, somebody time me. This is how fast and easy you can have insane homemade pizza in your home. You do 2 tablespoons of olive oil, okay? 1 tablespoon, let me back this up. We could watch you all day. Oh gosh, that's so nice. You guys are so nice. Okay, 1 tablespoon of honey. I will get this done in 5 minutes, okay? And I'll show you how to knead the dough, okay? Now you're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Of course, our French salt. Nobody that knows about this French salt, go look at the highlight on our page. My mom talked about it, and we'll be talking more about it. We are actually going, I'm so excited, I'm like shouting it from the rooftops. There's a salt farm in France, and we're actually going to it. My mom and I and my dad, and I cannot wait. So we will have more amazing info about the salt coming up. It's gonna be so fun. Okay, what did everybody say? Someone just asked if you can rewatch the first part. Don't worry, you're not going to. Oh gosh, that's nice. Yes, yes, and guess what? When they do save, they save and they go onto my our website and all of that. I know that I repeat myself on Fridays, but let me just explain one more reason why I do. Yes, you can go back and rewatch the videos, but look at what we're having. I want people to answer their questions. I want people to have this amazing, you know, I can't even talk. To be able to speak to me and my mom when we're on these lives, I want you to really get your questions answered. So that's, let me get my flour. So that is why I really like doing it every Friday for the new people or people that are still having questions. This is why I like to do it. This is why. You can rewatch it, of course, but I think it's more personable, and I like that. I like that we're friends, right? We're friends. Okay. So I'm adding 2 cups. This is kamut, and this is way more dense of flour. But like I've said, don't ever add the full amount of flour, ever. Just because of flour, temperature, it's always different. Let me check this pizza. Uh-oh, it's looking good. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, look. It's so good. Sometimes I just wish everybody was right here and I could feed you through the screen or something. Look how good. It's good. Oh gosh. It's kind of hard when I make this at 10 a.m. I want to eat it right now. Okay, let me ask some questions. Will you do videos? Yeah, will we do videos? We are going to be doing so many videos. It's gonna be so much fun. The salt farm is going to be so much fun, okay? You will video? Oh yeah, we're videoing. Okay, did you crush the salt? Yes, okay. You can either use it straight out of the bag. If you don't like the thicker chunks, I have a mortar like this. My mom never does this, but I do. If you don't like the thicker chunks, I just like to crush it up a little bit so they're not as thick of chunks. But I do it every way. I do it out of the bag. I don't always crush it, just depending on your liking, okay? Just depending on your liking. So now, this is never gonna become a crazy yeast because it has no sugar. If your yeast is not growing, add a little bit of sugar, but this is perfect. So I'm just gonna add it. When you see that your yeast is growing and doing something, it's good. If it's not, dump it. Like I have said 5,000 times, don't keep doing it because it's just gonna affect it. Okay, Oh my gosh, get in my belly. I know, right? And I catch and learn different things. Everyone, for those of us that have never used these, it is, yes. So I just like that we get this interaction. And so for those of you that have already watched me, like I said, do it, then, I don't know, don't watch that day or something, but hopefully maybe you'll learn something new too. Do an event, we will come. Oh, well, my mom did an amazing event last night. I've had a lot of you write in. So fun that you got to meet her. She loved it. She was in California at a steak there, and she said it was unbelievable, and you guys could not have been nicer. We have amazing followers. We really do. And so thank you. We love all of you. Okay, so it was only 2 cups, guys. This is way more dense. So if you're using all purpose, if you're gonna do a little bit of whole wheat, just watch it. Just make sure to watch it. Now, when your dough starts coming away from the bowl, that's how you know it's done. So now let me show you the kneading process, okay? This is the way that my mom taught me to do it. The food nanny does it, okay? She's better, but this is the way I do it, okay? Let me see. Do the chunks melt in the baking process? I feel like they do. I feel like they do, but you can definitely kind of taste them. There is a flavor and there is a taste, but we love it. It gives a really great flavor. But if you don't like the chunks, like I was saying, then crush them up. I have them in a salt grinder. I lots of different things. Okay, so let me move this down more. What kind of, are you there? Wait for a minute. Okay. What kind of yeast do you use? This is the only yeast to buy. I'm not kidding. Red Star. Red Star yeast. It's the only one. Don't buy any other yeast. It's a waste of time, honestly. Okay, so you're gonna just put a little bit of flour down and then we're done, okay? What we do to knead is you take a corner and then you're pushing and turning. You take a corner, push, turn. And then when you start doing the process, you become super fast, like this. Okay? So take a corner, push, turn. Just like this. And that's how you knead. You don't want to get too much flour. You don't want to over knead it. But this hand is folding and this is pushing and turning. And then, like I said, when you start doing it faster, then that's what it looks like. Now, this is good. This is a good, is the light funny? I think I'm missing a ton of questions. This dough is perfect, okay? So if you want to let it sit in a grease bowl and rise for an hour, you can. If you want to, oh no, oh no, oh no. Are you there? Are you there, my friends? I just dropped my phone. Okay, so if you want to prepare this for a party and you don't have time later and you want to do the dough now, do it now. It can sit out on the counter. I think it's better than putting it in the fridge. You'll just have to punch it down, but this dough is perfect. And I make 3 pizzas with this dough, okay? Are there any other questions? If the salt is crushed first chunks, are the measurements different? No, no. Follow it exactly the way it says. What sausage did you use in your Alfredo pizza? It's a mild Italian sausage. And look how yummy this is. Oh, I'm gonna cut it. Okay. Hey, roomie. Oh, hey, Whitney. My old college roommate. The salt is going to be sold out everywhere now. Guess what? We're going to be selling the salt coming up. So don't worry, but get this salt. Oh, get this salt. My hands are slippery. Get this salt at World Market right now, but we're going to be selling it soon. I think your 5 minutes is up. Well, guess what? You guys were talking to me. If we were just doing that, it was 5 minutes, but it's been too long. We are done. We are done. I hope everybody learned. Does the salt in the bag taste different than the salt in the container? No, the salt in the container is crushed up. If you're talking about this one, this is a more fine salt. This is a finishing salt. That's the difference of it. But it gives It is better. I mean, this is an insane salt. This one has insane flavor. Try the salt. Believe me, you'll be 100% sold. What size pizzas? These are just 3. I just make them into 3 thin crust pizzas. And they're amazing. They're amazing. Okay, where can we find the dough recipe? You can DM me or I will post it. You were done in 7 minutes. Okay, well, yeah, you guys distracted me. Believe me, if I'm doing it, it's less than 5. Do you like that I'm like a competition? Just kidding. See, look. Oh. See the thin crust? The lighting is so funny. Okay, it's amazing. I hope you're making the breadsticks. Look at the breadsticks again. I hope you're doing this. DM me with anything you have. Oh, you guys are nice. I'm just teasing you. We tease. We all want to be there for samples. I know. Come over for samples. Ashton, come over, my friend. Okay, love you guys. We'll talk later. DM me with anything you need, and we will talk soon. Have a great, great, great Friday, and we'll talk soon.